Hey guys, I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to jump on and just to talk to you a little bit today. I know we're kind of caught up in the chaos of the coronavirus and the quarantine and the stay-at-home order, probably missing our friends a lot and just having a completely different schedule. So I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to come on and just hopefully offer some words of encouragement and a little bit of direction. I know that with this situation, we're all kind of in different spots, right? Some of us are living our best life and partying it up. Some of us are sleeping all day, and some of us are really panicked because we've never experienced anything like this before, right? Like, closest thing is 9/11, and most of us weren't even alive for that. Or if we were, we probably don't remember it very well because we were puny. So with that being said, if you're someone that is in the state of worry right now, or even if you're not, something that I just want you to hold on to is the verse in Genesis 50:20, and it's talking about how the enemy turns things, and the enemy means things for evil, right? Especially with this virus. The enemy is trying to use things for evil, but God will use those things that were meant for evil, and he'll turn them for good. So just hold on to that and remember that as we're about to go through this. But just remember that God wants to use these situations for good. So a lot of us, we have this huge window of time right now in our lives and in our schedule because we have to stay at home. And I think we have the opportunity to either use that time for good or to use that time not necessarily for bad, but we just don't make the most of it, right? And the enemy, he's going to do everything that he can in his power to keep us from using this time to the best of our ability, right? So he's going to want to steal, kill, and destroy. And I think that we just kind of sense his presence amidst this virus. But God, he wants to use this time for good. So I think if we steward it well, there's a lot of healing and a lot of powerful things that can happen in this time frame. Right? Like, there's so many church services that are online. There's so many new podcasts. There's so many devotionals going on. And we're just being filled with all of this information and hope from churches in ways that we might not normally have on a day-to-day basis. But I think with that, there's also a select group of us that we're wanting to be a part of this. And we're wanting to experience this healing. And we're wanting to get better. But we almost kind of feel this overwhelming sense of, I'm not doing enough with my time. And, like, you're just not using it to the best of your ability. Or you feel like you're not doing enough. Or maybe you're a 3 on the Enneagram and you're like, I need to be doing things constantly. So this season for you is really, really difficult, right? Yeah. But something that I want to talk about today is the idea of progress over perfection. Because I think a lot of us, it's really easy to get in the mindset of, okay, I have this podcast to watch, I have this message to listen to, I have to text these many students, I have to have this long of a quiet time day, whatever. And the reality is, it doesn't always happen. I think a lot of you can relate to that when you go home for Christmas break or Thanksgiving break. And even though we have all of the time in the world, we still struggle to find time for a quiet time. We still struggle to find time for Jesus. And then the enemy tries to turn that mindset into, you failed one day, so don't do it again. You already messed up, so what's the point in even trying again, right? I know that I've for sure felt that way sometimes. It's living in shame. So progress over perfection. I don't think God wants us to be perfect. I don't think he's requiring us to have an hour quiet time every single day. I think that's something he wants from us, something that he desires because he wants to spend time with us. But ultimately, I think he just wants progress. He just wants our heart. He just wants a heart that's after him. Right? So, like, dude, I'm totally the person that if I'm, like, drawing and I color outside of the lines, that I totally have to get rid of that and start a new drawing because it's not perfect. Does anybody else relate to that? Okay. Belle, you probably do. But yeah, the idea of progress over perfection. God doesn't care if you slip up one day and forget to do a devotional. He just wants us to be consistently moving forward. So what does that look like in this season? If you mess up a day, keep going forward. Consistency is key. It's better to have 5 minutes with God every single day than to spend 1 hour with God once a week or once every 2 weeks. Be consistent. Choose progress over perfection. If you miss a day, it's okay. If you feel like you're not fully filling your schedule like you normally do, it's okay. Just choose to keep moving forward. Do things that are moving you forward instead of backwards. Choose progress and choose consistency. So hold on to that today And I just hope that as you're going through the rest of your week, you just really think about how you're spending your time, and you're just encouraged by the fact that God really does want to bless you in the season and use it for good. So hold on to that reminder. And if you've already failed this week, keep moving forward. It's okay. God's got you. He loves you. Keep moving forward.